Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Early Morning Horror. I'm your host, Tristan, and today I have a bonus episode for you called Surviving My Top 10. So, I think most of us horror fans, every time that we watch a horror movie, we probably think of, well, what would I do in that situation? Or, uh, if you're a psychopath like me, you might even tell the main character directly to your TV screen what they should be doing. Like, hey girl, grab that weapon, or don't go there, or go there. So basically, I have my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time written down, and I'm going to talk about how to survive each of them, and if you even can survive them. Because there is a couple that I think you might be like fucked, but we'll get to that. So we're going to start from number 10 and make our way up to number 1. Starting with number 10, we've got Ready or Not. Ready or Not is, of course, my number 10 favorite film with Grace as our main character. But imagine if it's you there instead, or if you could like help Grace out, like give her an object. Let's go with the very simple answer of how to survive Ready or Not. Don't get married. You can just stay dating forever or like get engaged and just never get married. Like that's always an option. Uh or because we know Grace is a badass, get her like a good handgun, like a semi-automatic, maybe a revolver, something reliable. I would say like a Glock 10 millimeter with some hollow points would do mighty fine against some rich family that's trying to hunt you down with crossbows and ancient guns and stuff like that. But nah, this one's actually like pretty simple because if you watch Grace in the movie, she fights them off like really well, and because the family is kind of moronic, it's even easier. Realistically, if she, you know, carried a gun with her, she probably would have ended the movie within 15 minutes of being hunted down. And so would probably anybody else that got hunted. But that is how I think you would survive Ready or Not or a situation like it. So, yes, don't get married, carry guns. There you go. Number 9, You're Next. This one's fairly simple on how to survive it. Just be Aaron, just be a complete badass, beat everybody up. Believe in the double tap, because that is one thing that Aaron does for sure. Is she's not just hit once and duck out. No, she's going to get you until she knows that you're staying down. But again, I think this one, avoid rich families. Don't date your professor, maybe. And I think I might even add also carry a gun. Like it was kind of a similar situation, the animal mask killers, they had a crossbow and an axe and a machete, stuff like that. If Aaron had a 6-shot revolver, the movie would have been over pretty quickly. I mean, there would still be bodies and stuff, but you would survive it. Unless you're the sister that runs out the front door and gets her throat slit. But that is one that you're not gonna. It's not quite like Ready or Not, where there is like warning to, hey, I have a crazy family. Which he didn't give Chris that warning, but neither did Aaron get the warning about her boyfriend being a killer, but couldn't even look at blood. What a pansy. Yeah, for You're Next, I think that one's going to be harder to survive because it is trained killers. And I want to say that the biggest reason why they lost to Erin was because they simply underestimated her. And I think she just had some really good strategy and tactics. I mean, like, she was setting up traps and she waited when she had to. She did good. Number 8. I got Final Destination as my number 8 top 10 favorite film. I look, when it comes to Final Destination movies, we have not seen somebody survive a Final Destination movie. Especially if you take into consideration Bloodlines, how Bloodlines is, where it's like, yes, she did survive for many years, but she still ended up with cancer. So I'm going to say with Final Destination, you might not be able to survive. Now, if we do go to the first movie, we do have a survivor from the first movie. The way that she survives is by locking herself up in a padded cell. And she survives for 2 years after that before she does leave it and then she dies. Of course, there's also that other way to escape it, and that is if you die and come back. So realistically, the chances you're going to survive this and enjoy your life after are not likely. But I'll go ahead and say, if you're going to survive, lock yourself away in a padded cell. That's probably the safest option. Trying to die and come back, I'm sure, is not the most feasible thing. Okay, this is not Flatliners. With number 7, I have Saw. Now, I love the Saw franchise. Absolutely love it. But I do not think I could survive most of the traps. I, for one, am a pansy when it comes to pain. Alright? If I stub my toe, I'm calling into work the next day. But, no, seriously, I wrote down never do anything bad or make a mistake in front of John Kramer, because John Kramer, he's only going to put you in a trap if you do something bad or if you make a mistake, like accidentally swap out, some x-rays and stuff like that. But no, I would say with Saw, the way to survive, depending on who you are, if you're Gordon or Amanda or shit, whoever, the only way you're going to survive is if you go along with the trap. At least I think most of the traps in the first Saw movie might have been feasible, except for the razor wire one, because he was holding a candle and he was covered in that greasy shit that was very flammable. That one might have not been survivable. And there's broken glass on the floor. Unnecessary. So yeah, I think the only way to survive Saw is to be a good person. That's all I really got for that one. There's not much. You can cut off your foot. You can do that if you want a war story, and then cauterize it on a hot pipe. Number 6, Friday the 13th, 2009 remake. Personally, my favorite remake of all remakes ever. It's so damn good. I wrote down don't go camping or to your rich friend's cabin. I'm going to go ahead and say the only way to survive Friday the 13th is if you quite literally don't go into Jason's neck of the woods. Don't go to your rich friend's cabin, because not only is he going to be a jerk, you're also going to have a murderer. So if you're going to survive, I would say you just, and you do have to go camping, carry a shotgun. Carry a 12 gauge, because at least this Jason is human. spoiler alert, until the end when he does come back to life. At least this one, like some buckshot will put down. That's kind of the only thing I got for that one. Number 5, I have Heretic, which is a really good dialogue-driven horror movie. It's got Sophie Thatcher and Hugh Grant in it. Love that movie. I wrote down Don't Be a Mormon. But no, I think one that would get you out of that situation completely. But also, being a Mormon, I think if you're just more careful, that might also be a way to get out. I don't know if that's the proper way I should say it, but because they ask him the question like, well, you need to have a female roommate, and then he says, well, does my wife count? And they're like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Whereas it should have been more like, can she come out first so we can see her and then we can come in? Something like that. Because I think as a guy, like I would have been comfortable going in there and not seeing a female roommate or whatever, but that's because I'm a guy. That's the whole reason. These two women, they are up against Hugh Grant, who's a bit of a bigger guy, but quite literally he can't do anything about it after that door was shut. So either carry a weapon, learn some good, reliable self-defense, and not just like, don't just go and take women's self-defense classes. Like, take kickboxing, take freaking Krav Maga, do MMA, whatever. I mean, but yeah, like, be more careful about who it is that you decide to step into the house of, because I'm going to go ahead and say that opening, whenever I see the door open and it's the two girls out there, it immediately reminded me of the Human Centipede. But that's how I would survive Heretic. I'm not Mormon, so I don't have to worry about going out on mission or anything and going into people's houses or anything like that, which is a good thing. Number 4, I have The Crow. Look, I do not care how much you love your city. The city in The Crow, that quite literally has a holiday every year where the city gets lit on fire. I'm moving. I think if you're going to survive The Crow, is you move. Plain and simple. Because everybody ends up dying in that movie anyways, besides like Shelly and the cop, I believe. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that with that one, that's the easiest one. You move. Don't stay in the city that has that high of a crime rate where it makes Chicago look like a daycare. Like, makes no sense. Number 3, The Witch. Okay, so if you pay attention to The Witch, the whole reason why the family is outside of town and everything, and in the woods, is because the town decided to kick them out because they wanted to follow I think it was like an older version of the Christian religion than the town. Like, the town didn't like that. They wanted to follow technically something else. So I think that would be one way to survive, is if you just like configure, like, okay, you're right, I'm going to start following your ways of Christianity or whatever. And then boom, your family would survive. Or don't get a black goat named Black Phillip. That might be another way, because little do you know, that goat is Satan. Yeah, I really don't think that there is more ways to survive this. The witch or Black Phillip will end up killing you no matter who you are, unless you become a witch. So, You can be like Anya Taylor-Joy and become a witch, or you can go back to town, which I think is the better, safer option because, shoot, spoiler alert, Samuel, the baby, dies within like 10 minutes of the movie. It's fucking tragic. But yeah, like personally, these are kinds of situations where I can sit here and I can tell you, well, this is what I would do, this is this and that, or whatever. I have not been in these centuries. I haven't been in these cities. I make it sound like moving is so easy. I make it sound like, don't go here, don't go there. It's so simple. It's not. But, I mean, still is what it is. Number 2, I've got The Ritual. I absolutely love The Ritual. It is my longest episode. I'm going to go ahead and say avoid Sweden. Just don't go to Sweden. It's not worth it. But no, I'm kidding about that. I would love to go to Sweden one day. I'd love to go hiking the King's Trail too. This one is very plain and simple. This is the first rule I ever learned about backpacking and hiking is you never go off trail. Now, I know your buddy Hutch might be like, well, look, we can cut the trip in half if we just take this shortcut through the woods. All we gotta go is, I think he said southwest. Look, your map, sure, you see it as a straight line. We do not see the amount of hills, the amount of trees, the amount of wildlife, and Hutch uses that. Yeah, uncharted forest wildlife could get exciting, might be good for us, whatever. I'm like, absolutely not. You know what wildlife means? Means fucking wild. I don't need to experience wildlife in their environment. I'm good. So I think, like if you've already got Dom's leg jacked up or whatever, leave Dom and Phil behind with a bulk of the food. Hike to the end of the trail, go get some help, come back with said help, and help your buddies. Because Phil would have been struggling that entire way too because he decided to pack the wrong shoes. Unless if you want to go a bit further back, then you could say, well, don't let a crackhead kill your buddy Rob in a liquor store. You could say that. I wouldn't fault you for saying it, but I've never been in that situation. I'm sure I'd be scared too. Who knows? I might like shit in my hand and throw it at him. I don't know. But yeah, just don't go off trail. You'll survive. Yeah, The Ritual is probably the easiest one on this list to survive, I think. Number 1, Midsommar. Ari Aster's Midsommar. Fucking love this movie. This movie is so good. I don't care what anybody says. I could rewatch this movie so many times. Again, avoid Sweden. Or, after losing your sister and your parents, don't go to Sweden. I don't think you should go on any vacation after you lose your family. Go to therapy. Go somewhere. And dump your boyfriend too. Your boyfriend Christian sucks. So yeah, I'm going to say that, or you can go to Sweden, win the little contest, the dancing festival contest thingy. I forgot the name of it. Do that and become May Queen. That's another way to survive. Like some of these movies are really easy to survive. Don't go off trail. Don't get married. Don't be a Mormon. Stuff like that. But Midsummer is one that is so tragic, and when you are as heartbroken as Danny is, and the person you're leaning on is a piece of shit, you're gonna not make the smartest decisions, such as doing mushrooms when you know you are not mentally ready. As great as that movie is, it is a tragic movie. I love it. It's really sad, but this is such a short episode. This is 20 minutes long. Ah, I wish I could have gotten into more details with this, but I don't think I can. Like, most of these could be avoided if you have a gun or if you have like just overall good spatial awareness. Like, there's a reason why we call horror characters dumb for a reason. It's because we know that these are situations that we can't see ourselves in, because we are like, well, we've got common sense. I would never do anything like that. Whereas, I don't know about you, but if you had the chance to go see like a actual summer solstice in Sweden, I would 100% want to go do that. With the cult, maybe not. The ritual, do I want to go hiking in Sweden? Absolutely. Do I want to go off trail? Absolutely not. The witch, it's a whole different era. I would not know the first thing about trying to survive there. So yeah, there's plenty of things that I can say, but sorry. That's really all I got. The next episode I have planned, I sadly won't be able to do the movie review I want. I've got to order the movie itself. It is Behind the Mask, The Rising of Leslie Morgan, I believe is the name. Or Leslie Borden. I can't remember. I've got it on my Amazon list. I've just got to order it, and I I just won't be able to get that movie review up next Friday. I do not know when I will be able to get that out, so it'll probably be the following week. And depending on how things go, I may end up doing a real life horror episode next Friday, where I will talk about like a real life crime that happened in my home state. So yeah, I hope that you all have a wonderful Friday, and I can't say too much. Everybody be careful out there. The world is a crazy place. But yeah, I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye bye.